Testing, 1, 2, 3. Welcome back to Local Legends, everyone, by OneBook Pro. OneBook is the app for all local service professionals where we as customers can find, book, and pay for services when we need them most. But most importantly, we get to select exactly who we want to come into our homes to provide us services. And this is an all in one tool for service professionals to operate their businesses and to manage their customers in an easier way, manage their calendars, get paid better, and compete in the market. So, welcome everybody. Let me take a sip of water. Let's get started today. So, I really wanted to start this episode or do this episode mainly to talk about why I created OneBook, why me and my team have focused our efforts to build this application. So, going to the very beginning, I, was so crazy about Uber when it first came out, right? We get to have people pick us up when we need it and take us to a location where we want to go. And it was the coolest thing I had seen. I was only, I think, 15 at the time. Let's see, 2008. Yeah, 15 exactly. So I was 15 when it first came out, and it took everything by storm, right? Uber was obviously the coolest thing on the block, still is in a lot of places, in a lot of people's minds. But that was definitely one of the things that got my mind going as far as how technology can improve our lives. So then, fast forward, um, let's say 4 years, going to college. I had already transferred from the Air Force Academy to CU Boulder. And my best friend and cousin, Jake, didn't go to school, but he became a plumber. So he got a great job through his uncle. And he started as, an apprentice plumber, as everyone does. And after a while, he became, he got his own truck and was doing drain cleaning jobs. So it was great for him. It was easy. He was, earning a decent amount of money for doing some easy stuff while helping people. And I think that's the best thing about the service industry is that at the end of the day, you're helping customers, you're helping their lives and benefiting their lives. And so, in college, we would definitely waste a lot of time playing video games. But when Jake would get home, he would talk about, his troubles on the job and complain. Jake's very good at doing that, but complain about, his day, which we all do. And mainly the things that he would complain about were how far he had to drive to a customer's location to do a 15-minute job. And I agreed with him. I thought that was the most inefficient thing that I ever heard, right? As far as we lived in Boulder, Colorado. His business was based in Denver, but they had customers all over the area, the Denver metro area. So a lot of the times Jake would have to drive all the way from Boulder, sometimes all the way down to Littleton, the bottom of Littleton, Sedalia, Castle Rock. And that could be a 2-hour drive, sometimes a minimum, right? That could be a 2-hour drive, 2.5-hour drive in traffic if it's bad. And for you to do that, just to do a drain cleaning job in his position, was, in everyone's mind, the biggest waste of time that anyone can do for business. So that's when my brain started working. I really wanted to help Jake be more efficient and figure out, why isn't he more accessible where we're at? So I really started to think and do research into the service industry, and that was the case for all services, right? Plumbing, electric, cleaning, HVAC, especially all the emergency services. Then you have things like pet grooming, you have landscaping, you have some of the things that necessarily you don't need or have emergencies for, but you do want to reach out to a professional for. And so there's this whole umbrella of home services, travel to you, mobile services, right? Um, that I started looking into and how we hire these professionals. And doing my research, I found that everything was extremely efficient. No matter how you skin the cat, you were jumping through so many hoops to connect with a professional. And my mind started immediately going to my cousin Jake's right here in my apartment complex. How many people actually know that Jake's a plumber? Maybe they see his truck, maybe they've talked to him on the street, but nobody actually knows that he provides the services that he provides, which at that time was drain cleaning. So I started looking into how is it possible? How do I find someone in my local neighborhood that provides a service that I need? And there really was nothing, right? We have a few different ways of finding service professionals, and I have them split up into these different categories. One is going to be word of mouth, right? Obviously, you ask your family or friends for a recommendation, and they're going to know exactly who they want to send you or a business that they want to send you. So that's the best option. That really is the best option. Word of mouth is the best option for finding someone that you can trust, because someone that you trust them. The second category is going to be search tools. So you have all your search engines. You have Google, you have Bing, Yahoo, MSN, all these different search tools. Obviously, Google is going to be the number one, but it's basically your phone book, which I don't know who uses the phone book anymore, but it's basically a phone book that has unlimited pages of everyone that provides, especially just the term plumbing in their business name. So, as a customer, that can be very time intensive to go through everything online and try to find someone that's able to do a job. So that's going to be our second category. We had our word of mouth. We've got our search engines. We also have our ratings and reviews sites. So things like Yelp. We have the Better Business Bureau, right? Where these businesses are being rated by customers that have potentially used them before. And a lot of people will use these. I would throw Google into that section as well. But a lot of the times these reviews only come from bad reviews, right? You don't have a super easy system to capture the good reviews unless you, as the service professional, after a service, ask for it, or you send up follow up to get a review. And so those reviews sites can be very flawed, and even if they have a good review, doesn't mean they're the best business or going to be even available for you to provide you a service. So those are another category of the review sites, review applications. The fourth, I'm on four. So four is going to be your lead generation tools. And at one point, there was a ton of these. There's some big ones that mainly stick out now. I would say Angie's List, Home Advisor, who are now connected. You also have Thumbtack, who fits into that category, and then some other sites that I've tried to mimic the process. But at the end of the day, these lead generation sites have made it harder to connect with real qualified and quality service professionals. Because if you are one of these businesses that provide a quality service, especially if you're a small business, it just doesn't make sense in your business model. So the way these lead generation tools work is, instead of seeing a list and contacting them yourself, you as a customer fill out a form, say 10 to 12 questions of the service you need. I need plumbing. It's in my kitchen. It's my pipes. Um, I need it immediately. Whatever those questions look like, you send out your information with that form attached, and they, as the platform, are going to send that to all the businesses that have signed up on their platform for the chance to bid on that job. And for a company or an individual to bid on that job, they have to pay a lead fee. Doesn't matter if they get the job or not. They have to pay a lead fee for them making that connection, for them the chance to try to win that job. So once I fill out that form, I can have 10 to 15 businesses contacting me, asking or trying to sell me and to win the bid, right? And what this has led to is a lot of free estimates, a lot of sleazy sales tactics, and just bad quality service. A lot of these people have gone through there winning these jobs, getting the payment, and sometimes I've heard stories of just leaving the job completely once they get paid. And so, on those, the 2 through 4 that I just mentioned, the search sites, the review sites, and these lead generation sites, it can take a long time and a lot of energy just to find someone to come into our home to provide a service. And that's what I kept racking my brain about. I was like, how is this not available yet? How do we not have anything available yet? And until OneBook, we haven't had that. You might be lucky and get it on your first go with a lot of these other tools, but also with these tools comes with, this is going to be a one-off time. Once you make that connection, you're going to have their number. You're not going to really use this site ever again as a customer. And as a pro, you're just going to be charged every single time someone either clicks on your site or tries to contact you or gets information sent to you for you to contact them, right? So what we did at OneBook, or what we wanted to accomplish, was first off an easier way for small businesses and individuals that provide services to compete in the market. Because all of these other things, are built for bigger companies that have processes put in place, their operations all ready to go, full teams, 24/7 customer support team members, and marketing budgets that they really don't care how much they're paying for marketing. I mean, they do, but they can afford it. And so we really wanted to figure out how, people like my cousin Jake that necessarily may not work for a big company. They just want a chance to put their name in the hat and be made accessible to their local customers. So that was the first thing that we focused on, was building a search tool, a one-to-one search tool where I can find exactly the people in my area that provide a service. Right. So instead of seeing ABC Plumbing, um, you know, Denver Rooters, some of these big franchises are always going to pop up on these different sites. But I wanted to see, hey, Tim lives down my street. John lives 3 miles away. I wanted to see their different ratings or reviews. I wanted to see the services they provide. And then the next step after that, once we know who we want to hire, is the ability to hire them, right? So we, the way that we built OneBook benefits both customers and professionals. And I'm going to talk about that for a little bit now. Is how our business model works into benefiting both sides at the same time, because it really does come down to a very over complicated process sometimes, but we wanted to simplify this in the best way. So what we did at OneBook, or what we have done at OneBook, and what we do, is a service pro signs up, sets their profile, and um, they can be viewed for free. You can sign up for free. If you want to get verified, there's an extra cost. It's a premium cost. And so that you can be an actually officially verified quality pro to be hired from. It's a small cost, Right now, it's only $65 for the year. And that basically covers our background check, business check, any license checks, and full customer support on our end. So if anything happens on the app, you have any disputes that you need help with, we will help you. So getting back to our business model, the core functionality of it is going to be our booking deposit. And so what this booking deposit does is it's going to lock in that appointment for both sides. So customers, in order to book with the exact pro that they want, and for the convenience of booking exactly who you want, you have to pay that booking deposit. And that booking deposit is set by the pro. It can be anywhere from $5 up to $150. And we decided it to be flexible so that the higher quality professionals that really value their time can charge a higher deposit in order for higher paying customers to book them when they need them. They value their time. They're not just going to drive out for a free estimate for sure, but definitely not for a $5 visit. That's not worth the time it takes for them to get to your location. So with that flexibility comes, new businesses that are just starting out, that want to get more business and need that new base of customers to come in to their system can charge a lower deposit. If you're a higher quality business, you've been around for 40 years, you can set your deposit all the way up to $150. And I've seen this. They charge this for drive out fees, they'll call them, for diagnostic fees. So a lot of businesses already charge this. We just wanted to push this up sooner in the process and allow the customer to guarantee that they're choosing exactly who they want to come into their home, right? And so that's our process. Basically, you get to find exactly all the individuals that are in your area, see their ratings and reviews, get to do your due diligence and pick exactly who you want, see when they're available for a service, and then book into that availability by paying a booking deposit. And we at OneBook take 20% of that booking deposit. The rest goes towards the pro so that they have incentive to make every single appointment and get that initial deposit. Even if they don't end up doing a full service, they still get that booking deposit, that diagnostic fee. So we're super excited where we fit in the market, especially the opportunity for customers to know exactly who's coming to their home, especially on that first hire, right? If you're looking for a new plumber, you want to be able to know exactly who these people are, see their ratings or reviews, see what they charge for standard fees if they have any. But the real power will come into the next time you need that service professional, or want that service professional to provide a service. So once you favorite a professional on OneBook, say I love, at the time I only wanted my cousin Jake to come out and provide a service. Now I can go to his account, see when he's available, and book a time with him so that I get the person that I want coming out to provide a service because I trust him that he's going to give me a quality, a reasonable price job, and get it done for me because that's who I trust to do so. So the real power will come, of course, in the first one, finding someone new, but also the next time you need them, the next maintenance you need done on your water heater when you have a leak. You only trust that one guy. You can now reduce the amount of time of going through your Rolodex, going through your business cards, your contacts on your phone, seeing your favorite professionals on OneBook and booking them directly when they're available. Excuse me. So we're super excited where we fit. The app has been live now for, let's see, we did officially put it on the App Store, in March, but we officially launched back in October of 2023. We've got over 100 professionals and growing right now, and all kinds of customers coming through. looking for new service professionals. So we're still in the process of building our service professional network. It's free to sign up, free to check out how it can benefit your business. Um, a few other things I wanted to touch was some of our the vision and of our future and where we want to go. So right now, it's the finding, booking, and paying for a service. So not only can you find exactly who you want, you can book exactly when you want. And then if you get a service done, you can pay through the app all in one. So that full transaction can be accomplished for both sides, customer and professional. So especially as a individual or small business, you don't have to use anything else just to get the transaction done. Um, Further down the road, we do want to add more opportunity for, um, maintenance opportunities. So if you're a cleaning company, if you're a landscaping company that cuts grass on a regular schedule, we want to add the opportunities to schedule in, more regular maintenance or scheduled services. We definitely are growing in as many categories as we can see fit. We want to be the one-stop shop of all services. So if you go on, you can see all the categories that we provide. Right now, we're in St. Petersburg and Tampa Bay only. We will start reaching out when we see the time fit, but we're still kind of in this beta testing mode and trying to figure out, first off, if all the bugs are squashed, because that's um, everything goes wrong in app development. But but yeah, we're right there. We're a full functioning app for service pros to sign up and use. Um, we want again to be the full all-in-one place where you can hire your plumber, you can hire a pet groomer, you can hire a mobile barber to come out to cut your hair, you can hire someone to come jumpstart your car, to tow your car. And we see a lot of benefit in these services where you get to go and when you need a service, hire someone that you feel is trusted. We also want to get into the ability to refer businesses. So um, to see different lists of people that you trust. So we want to be a one um, place where you can say, okay, I trust my uncle John with all the professionals that he uses because he's been in the area for 50 years or longer, right? I want to see a list of all his recommended pros and hire them when they're available. So that's what we want to get into is more of the social side of sharing those lists, those recommended professionals, um, and and again being able to build those relationships within communities, giving a better opportunity for small service businesses to jumpstart their business, to become successful and get customers, and to easily do those transactions without having to learn all of these different tools these days. So those are a few of our visions for the future, for the near future, I should say. We definitely plan on growing, in different areas. We want to be the best in Tampa Bay before we move on to the next city. But being from Denver and where this was originated up in Boulder, I definitely want to get back to Colorado and help all those service professionals out there. But the good thing about our system and why we feel that this is going to grow so much is it's a very scalable um, and easy thing for people to use. So it's convenient both for the customer, for the pro, um, and then we're right there in the middle trying to make it as easy as possible for our operations. So um, I hope this gives some insight of why I created OneBook Pro, why I've worked so hard, brought on my team, John in development, Parth in marketing. My wife helps me out with quality, and why this is such a big vision for our success. And we really want to help out small service businesses be more accessible, allow them the opportunity to not to have to pay all these lead fees, this marketing budgets, allocate money towards a marketing budget, and just provide a quality service. It doesn't take too much to piggyback on the word of mouth processes that we have in place. So we're super excited about it. Again, go check us out, OneBook Pro. It's in the App Store and the Google Play Store. Free to sign up, free to start looking at pros in your area. Refer as many pros as you can our way, because we want to build the most trustworthy list of service professionals in your area, so that you can hire them when you need them. I think that's it for today. Again, we're really looking to benefit our small businesses so that we can benefit in our economy. If we can build an ecosystem of services that help each other, right? We can potentially move away from being such a materialistic nation, which I feel like with Amazon and some of these other sites, all we worry about is products. Everybody wants to start a product-based business, but when it really comes down to it, helping someone with their lives, with a emergency they have, or to improve their home and improve their wellness. There's so much opportunity for these different types of services, not only the ones we have, but for services that we may need. One, for example, I just wanted to mention was computer repair. We never had to have computer repair back in the day. And that's just an example of a service that has come with the trends of technology. iPhone repair. We've got, like I said, we've got pet grooming. How cool would it just to be, I want my pet groomed right now. I don't have the time to go and do it myself. I want it done by a professional. There are professional pet groomers in my area, at least 5 or 6 that I know of, that will come out and provide a great quality service for a decent price. Another fun one that I've heard of is, pooper scoopers. Will they come out and pick your dog's poop up? I mean, there is so much opportunity for these services to become and to grow, for people to start niche service businesses. And what they can do is use OneBook to accelerate that business, to get customers, to stay busy, to manage their schedule, to get paid, and to repeat that cycle. So thanks for listening. For anybody that watches this, again, super excited for our Local Legends podcast. This one was just me today, but on the next few, it will be interviews of the professionals in my local area, but eventually, once we grow into other areas, professionals in all different categories and places of our country and our world. So thanks again. Go download OneBook, check it out. Let me know if you find any bugs so we can squash them. But please provide your feedback so that we can try to be the best company that we can be. Thanks so much again. Have a great day. Make it better with OneBook.